I spent 3 years completely exhausted, not because of my job, but because my own brain would not shut up. We call it overthinking, but the way you talk about it in English might actually be making your anxiety worse. Today, we are tearing down those mental loops and learning the exact phrases to finally reclaim your inner peace.
Wait, what? Seriously? You mean my English vocabulary is making me stressed? Because I was up until 3 a.m. last night staring at my iPhone, worrying about a text message.
Exactly, John. When learners feel stressed, they usually say, I am stressed, or I am a nervous person. It sounds like you are wearing the stress like a jacket.
Let me think. Yeah, I do say that. I always say I am stressed when I have too much work. Is that wrong?
It is a common mistake. Think of it like a coffee cup. You are the cup, and the stress is the hot coffee inside. You are not the coffee. So you should say, I am stressed, or I feel stressed.
I see your point. I am stressed feels temporary, like the coffee will get cold, or I can just drink it and it is gone.
Yes, the feeling method here is distance. You are stepping back. By the way, if you guys watching have ever felt like the coffee cup is overflowing, drop a comment below. We read all of them.
Okay, so what about overthinking? Because my mind never stops. Yesterday, I watched a SpaceX launch and started worrying about alien invasions. I wanted to say, my mind is running very fast.
That is our first big mistake in the logic gallery. Learners often translate directly and say, my mind is running. It is not completely wrong, but native speakers use a different feeling. They say, my mind is racing.
Racing? Like a Formula One car? That makes sense. It feels out of control, like it is going 200 miles per hour.
Exactly. Running is a nice morning jog. Racing is a chaotic competition in your head. So you say, I can't sleep because my mind is racing.
So, Mary, when my mind is racing about aliens, how do I say I am stuck in the same thought? I usually say, I think the same thing again and again. It sounds a bit boring.
That brings us to example 2. Saying, I think the same thing feels like a dry fact. To capture the feeling of overthinking, we use a visual. We say, I am caught in a loop.
Oh, caught in a loop. Like a bad TikTok video that just keeps playing and playing? You can't swipe away from it.
Yes, perfect connection. A loop is circular. You are not going forward, you are just spinning. So if your friend asks why you look tired, you can say, I'm caught in a loop about my project.
That is so much more natural. Hey everyone, are you currently caught in a loop about something? Maybe your English speaking skills. Tell us in the comments, seriously.
Great CTA, John! Now, example 3. How do you solve the loop? Learners usually say, I want to make my head empty, or I want peace. But what is the natural phrase?
I want to make my head empty sounds like I want to become a zombie. I don't want to lose my brain, I just want it to quiet down.
Exactly. You don't want a vacuum in your skull. Native speakers describe this as organizing a messy desk. They say, I need to clear my head.
Clear my head. Like clearing the apps on my iPhone when it gets too slow. You just swipe them up to close them.
I love how you always bring it back to Apple, John. But yes, that is the exact feeling. You are wiping away the fog so you can see clearly again.
So I would say, I am going for a walk to clear my head. That sounds so pro. I feel like a native speaker already.
You are getting it. Now, let's look at example 4. Sometimes you are overthinking because of work or social media, and you just need to disconnect. What do learners usually say?
I usually say, I want to close my phone, or I will not use internet, but it feels very robotic.
Right. It sounds like an instruction manual. The feeling we want is pulling the power cord out of the wall so the machine can rest. We say, I need to unplug.
Oh, unplug. Because we are constantly plugged into the matrix. I love that. I'm going to the mountains this weekend to unplug.
Beautiful sentence. It implies you are taking a break from technology, social media, and the stress of daily life. It is the ultimate form of inner peace.
Honestly, watching Messi play soccer helps me unplug. For 90 minutes, I don't think about my emails. My mind stops racing.
That is a perfect real-world application, John. You found your way to break the loop. Let's recap what we learned today about talking about overthinking.
Okay, so basically, I am not the coffee, I am the cup. I say I feel stressed, not I am stressed. And my brain isn't running a marathon, my mind is racing.
Spot on. And when you keep thinking about the same thing, what is happening?
I am caught in a loop. And to fix it, I need to clear my head or completely unplug from my phone.
You nailed it. Using these phrases actually changes how you feel. It gives you power over your anxiety instead of letting it control you.
So guys, what keeps you up at 2 a.m.? Are you caught in a loop about work or maybe learning English? Drop a comment below with your own example. Let's talk about it.
We love reading your stories. If this video helped you clear your head even a little bit, hit that subscribe button and click the video on the screen for our next lesson. Let's master English and find our inner peace together. See you next time.